Welcome everybody to this new lecture of our book Electrodynamics, and today we will discuss yet another topic of our syllabus is about Minkowski diagram, or you can say it as space-time diagram. Okay, so what is Minkowski diagram? Hermann Minkowski in 1908 gives a diagram which predicts some information or geometrical. This is a diagram actually has the geometrical considerations by which we can calculate the time dilation or length contraction and other features of this particular diagram known as Minkowski diagram. So let us discuss what is Minkowski diagram and what is the benefit to draw a Minkowski diagram. And so Minkowski diagram is also known as space-time diagram. Space-time diagram. This means this has the coordinate of space as well as the coordinates of time. Okay. Now, to represent the motion of a particle graphically, the normal practice is to plot the position versus time graph. On such a graph, the velocity can be read off as the slope of the curve. अगर आप normally किसी भी पार्टिकल का पोजीशन वर्सेस टाइम ग्राफ प्लॉट करें तो जो उस ग्राफ का स्लोप होगा दैट इज नोन एज द वेलोसिटी ऑफ that particular particle or particular graph, then however the convention in relativity is different. That is, we draw position horizontally and time vertically. Okay, in our normal practice these are our three-dimensional coordinate system. अगर हमारे पास कोई भी एक पॉइंट पार्टिकल है और उसके कोऑर्डिनेट्स को हम रिप्रेजेंट करना चाहते हैं तो दैट इज द नॉर्मल प्रैक्टिस दैट वी हैव थ्री म्यूचुअली परपेंडिकुलर एक्सिस, द एक्सिस ऑफ एक्स, द एक्सिस ऑफ वाई एंड द एक्सिस ऑफ जेड. But when we talking about four dimensions, okay, because we dealing here in four vectors, four dimensions, okay, so it is impossible to draw a four-dimensional figure because we have maximum three dimensions and it is impossible to draw one extra dimensions. So the technique is that if we draw this x-axis and this is time axis and called as CT axis, then the coordinates of a point can be represented as xt, and you can say it this is an event at point x and t in frame S. And similarly we can represent this event, this particular event, in S prime frame as we discussed in our concepts of special theory of relativity, that S prime frame is the frame which moving with a constant velocity with respect to this frame S, which is in rest, or it is the frame of rest. So what is the method to draw this extra time axis? Okay, because you know that what is the event, what is an event के बारे में हम बहुत पहले से हम डिस्कस करते हैं. हमारे इवेंट जब आपके दो क्वेश्चंस के आप जवाब दे दें. पहला क्वेश्चन है कि कहाँ तो वो इवेंट हो रहा है, एक्स कोऑर्डिनेट पे कहाँ का जवाब ये है. और इवेंट जो आप अगर कहीं भी हो रहा है तो अगर आपको पूछना है कि कब, तो कब का जवाब दे रहा है ये समय, टाइम t. लेकिन हाउ इट कैन बी पॉसिबल that we can draw this extra axis CT, that is the time axis, and including these all three axes. So the method is that this x-axis representative axis This is known as the representative axis, or you can say it as the representative axis of all three-dimensional mutually perpendicular axes. That is, the axis of x represent in this diagram, in this frame, the axis of x represents the all three axes, that is the axis of x, axis of y, and axis of z. And then we can draw this extra time axis. So why this is the four-dimensional axis now? Because it is not possible in practice to draw a four-dimensional figure. Okay, because we have maximum a three-dimensional figure or three-dimensional system. Okay, so this is the technique. That is, this x-axis is the representative axis, which have the three representative axes: axis of x, axis of y, and axis of z. And then we can draw a fourth axis, that is the time axis ct. And any event occurring at xt gives me the answer of the two questions: where is the event occurring at x, when the event is occurring at time t. And similarly, we can answer these questions into this frame s prime, which is moving with velocity, constant velocity v, with respect to this s frame, which is in rest, or this is the frame of rest. And similarly, because this is a s prime frame, this axis is x prime axis, and which is also a representative axis of all the three mutually perpendicular axes: the axis of x, axis of x prime, axis of y prime, axis of z prime. And then we can draw this fourth axis, the ct prime axis. Okay, and this is the coordinate of that event which occurring in frame S at point xt is occurring in this frame at point x prime. Where is the event is occurring? Is occurring at x prime, as viewed from the s prime frame. And when it is occurring at some time t prime in frame s prime. So this is the technique behind Minkowski diagram. Okay, the three mutually perpendicular axes is summarized or can be represented by a single x-axis, and this is known as the representative axis of all the three axes x, y, and z. This, and then we can draw a time axis. Then this figure now included all the four axes, and we can say, but it is not very definite to draw a four-dimensional. It is now a four-dimensional figure because it included a three-dimensional mutually perpendicular axis now, and an axis that is represented by the time and known as the time axis. This ct axis in s frame and ct prime axis in s prime frame. Okay, now let us consider some special cases, and the first case is that event which occurs at time t prime is equals to 0. And what is the time t prime is equals to 0? That is when the two origins O and O prime are crossing each other. इस इवेंट को हम कंसिडर कर रहे हैं जब टाइम टी प्राइम 0 है, और टाइम टी प्राइम 0 कब होगा? इसका मतलब टाइम टी भी 0 होगा, और ये कब होगा? जब ये दोनों ओरिजिन, दैट मीन्स दिस ओरिजिन एंड दिस ओरिजिन आर at the same point or crossing each other, or you can say it that these two axes are overlapping to each other. These two axes system actually are overlapping to each other. Okay, so this is the condition when t prime is equals to 0. That is, the two origins O and O prime are crossing to each other. So O and O prime are crossing to each other at this point. Time is equals to 0, and you know that at this time when the two origins are crossing to each other, then the axis of x is overlapping by x prime axis, and the axis of y is overlapping by y prime axis, and also the other axis, that is z prime axis, are overlapping to each other. So this is the event when time in s prime frame, that is t prime, is equals to 0, or you can say it as when the two origins O and O prime are crossing to each other. Okay, so let's see it. So यूजिंग लोरेंज ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन, अब इस जो इवेंट अभी हम डिस्कस करके आए हैं, उस इवेंट में हम अब लोरेंज ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन को यूज कर रहे हैं, और लोरेंज ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन के बारे में यू आर ऑल फैमिलियर दैट द एक्स कोऑर्डिनेट, दैट इज द एक्स कोऑर्डिनेट ऑफ एस फ्रेम कैन बी रिलेटेड विद the same coordinate of s prime frame by this relation, that is x is equals to x prime plus vt prime over root 1 minus v square over c square. Because we are talking an event, we are talking about an event when t prime is equals to 0. So put t prime is equals to 0 here. So the value of the x in s frame will be equals to x prime, because this term will be 0. So x equals to x prime and over root 1 minus v square over c square. This is equation number first. Okay, and what about t? The time in s frame is equals to time in s prime frame plus vx prime over c square over root 1 minus v square over c square. This is the relation between the time of s prime to s prime frame given by the Lorentz transformation. And because t prime is 0 again, we are discussing about an event when t prime is equals to 0. So t prime is 0, then t is equals to vx prime over c square, this term consisting, and this term will be 0. So vx prime over c square over root 1 minus v square over c square is equation number 2. And if we multiply this above equation by c in both the side, that is on the left hand side as well as on the right hand side, so on multiplying this equation number 2 by c on both sides, so we can have this term will be ct is equals to this term c into vx prime over c square, vx prime over c square, root 1 minus v square over c square. This. So c is cancelled with c square, and we are left with vx prime over c, root 1 minus v square over c square, and this can be written as beta x prime and over 1 minus v square over c square. Why this can be written as? Because we know that from our 4 vector notation that v by c can be written as beta. So this term in the numerator becomes beta x prime and the denominator is same. And look at this equation number first. X is equals to x prime over 1 minus root 1 minus v square over c square. Okay, and look at this equation, beta x prime over root 1 minus v square over c square. This is the right hand side of this equation and has term x prime over 1 root 1 minus v square over c square, and here x prime this term, this value, x prime over root 1 minus v square over c square will be equals to x, So this term, this whole term can be written as beta x, because this quantity according to equation number first will be equals to x. So the ct, the value of ct from this equation, ct is equals to beta x, as x is equals to x prime over root 1 minus c square over c square. So we have ct over beta x, okay, which relates this relation, and this is the relation between ct and x coordinate. okay, ये जो हमारे पास s प्राइम फ्रेम, s फ्रेम के जो कोऑर्डिनेट्स हैं जिनको हम x और ct से रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं, इनके बीच का जो रिलेशन है, ये किस तरह से ये दोनों कोऑर्डिनेट्स, बिकॉज जो एक्सिस ऑफ x है ये हमने रिप्रेजेंटेटिव कोऑर्डिनेट माना है ऑफ एक्सिस ऑफ x, एक्सिस ऑफ y एंड एक्सिस ऑफ z, एंड दिस इज द टाइम एक्सिस. सो दिस ऑल आर 4-dimensional axis, and this relation ct is equals to beta x relates the two axis system, the two axis, because I usually say it as two axis, because although it is a representative 4-dimensional axis, but because graphically it is only two axis, so this is the relation between this x-axis and ct axis, that is ct is equals to beta x, and say this is equation number 3rd. okay, and look at this equation, this equation is y is equals to mx type equation. This equation is equals to is like y equals to mx type equation, because in place of y there is ct, in place of m there is beta, and in place of x there is x. So this equation look like as y equals to mx, look like as y is equals to mx type equation, and which is the equation of a straight line. See, straight line equation. So this event when time t prime is equals to 0, and this event is happen when the two origins are crossing to each other, then apply this event, or at this event this is a relation ct is equals to beta x, equation number 3rd, and this equation is look like as y is equals to mx, the equation of a straight line. This is the equation of a straight line. Okay, now talking about other event when which occurs at x prime is equals to 0, which occurs at x prime is equals to 0. X prime is equals to 0 when x prime is equals to 0. Okay, look at here. These are two frames. This is S frame, this is S prime frame, and S prime frame is moving with a constant velocity v with respect to the S frame, and we are talking about another event when x prime is equals to 0. So this axis is x prime, this axis is x prime. Okay, so what is or you can say it as where the event x prime is equals to 0 will occur, and this is occur on this whole line, that is on the line of ct prime line, that is point at this x prime is equals to 0, point at this point x prime is equals to 0, at this point x prime is equals to 0, at this point x prime is equals to 0, at this point x prime is equals to 0. Okay, so at this line, that is ct prime line, the timeline in S prime frame is represented this event at x prime is equals to 0. This, so at this line, this event as we consider now is happen or occur at this line ct prime line, at this point x prime 0, 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 at this point x prime will be 0. So the whole line is the representative, or the locus of this line is the representative line, or this can be say as the representative line of the event x prime is equals to 0. Okay, so this talking about this event when x prime is equals to 0. X prime is equals to 0. Okay, so x prime is equals to 0, then again using the Lorentz transformation, that is the tool we have so far. So again the coordinate of S frame is related to the coordinate of S prime frame by this relation given by the Lorentz transformation, Einstein's relation. So using this event, x prime is equals to 0. Okay, x prime is equals to 0, that means x prime is equals to 0, so put this event here. So x prime is equals to 0, this term will be 0, and we are left with vt prime over root 1 minus v square over c square. This is equation number 4, say. Okay, and time. We are talking here only about x and t. Why? Although we have the coordinate of y and coordinate of z also, but the Lorentz transformation tells us that the change occurring in the x-axis line and in the time line only, and according to Lorentz transformation, the y prime axis is equals to y and the z prime axis is equals to z. So why we are talking only about these two coordinates, the x coordinate and the time coordinate. Okay, so this is the time coordinate in S frame related to the by this equation to the coordinate of time in S prime frame by this relation. Because we are talking about the event when x prime is equals to 0, so put here x prime is equals to 0, so this term will be 0 because x prime is equals to 0. So t, the value of t is equals to t prime over root 1 minus v square over c square. Say this is equation number 5. Okay, and the same thing, multiply this equation equation number 5 on both sides by c. So when you multiply it by c on left hand side, you can get ct, and when you multiply it by c on the right hand side, you can get ct prime and over 1 minus root 1 minus v square over c square. This is equation number 6. Okay, and using equation number 4 and 6, using equation number 4 and 6, this equation and this equation. Okay, so you can simply divide equation number 6 by equation number 4. So by dividing the left hand side, you have ct on the left hand side of equation number 6 and x on the left hand side of equation number 4. So you have on the left hand side ct over x, and on the right hand side, when you try to divide this right hand side by this right hand side, so look at here, t prime is cancelled with t prime, root 1 minus v square over c square is cancelled by root 1 minus v square over c square, and from here you can left with c, and in this right hand side we are left with only v, so c over v. Okay, so on dividing equation number 6 by equation number 4, you can have ct over x is equals to c over v, or you can say it on cross multiplying, ct is equals to the value of ct is equals to c by v into x, and can be written as ct. And what is the value of c by v? Because you consider here beta, and what is the value of beta? Beta is v by c, as we used in 4 vector notation, okay, to represent the matrix notation of position 4 vector. Okay, so what is, because beta is v by c and here is quantity is c by v, so c by v can be written as 1 by beta, and this is also y is equals to mx type equation. Y is equals to mx type equation. Y ct, m 1 over beta, and x is, say this is equation number 7. Okay. So far, by these two events, when t prime is equals to 0, that is when the origins of two frames s and s prime are crossing to each other, and the second event which occurs at x prime is equals to 0. Okay, we are left with two equations, this equation number 3rd and this equation number 7. Okay, so by this equation, what is the slope of this equation? And the slope of this equation is m is equals to beta. M is equals to beta. Okay, so now try to to plot the ct prime and x prime axis on this. What are the ct prime and ct prime or x prime axis as we plot on this particular S frame? Okay, or you can say it as these coordinate x prime and t prime, if we plot in this frame, what are their graphical meaning? Okay, so let's see it. Okay, so when m is equals to beta according to equation number 3rd, so let's say that this is equals to, because this is m equals to tan theta, and say this angle is tan theta 1 and is equals to beta, and which is equals to v by c. So there is a line, or the slope of this line, this ct is equals to beta line, ct is equals to beta x line. So this line can be represented by this line, and this line is known as x prime line. X prime line. This line is not x prime axis. Very careful about this. This is x prime line which has slope theta 1. Say theta 1. This angle is theta 1. Any angle. Say theta 1. This m is equals to tan theta, and theta 1 say here, because we have another equation, this equation number 7, which have a definite another slope. So let's say this angle is theta 1. So tan theta 1 is equals to beta, because from here m is equals to tan theta, and tan theta 1 is equals to beta, and beta is equals to v by c, according to this relation, or according to 4 vector notation as we studied before. Okay, and what is about this equation number 7? Okay, say this is another angle theta 2, so this can be written as c y is equals to mx, and m from here, this m can be written as tan theta 2 is equals to 1 over beta and is equals to v by c. This y is equals to mx. Okay, so another line which has slope v 1 over beta can be drawn such that this make an angle theta 2. This make an angle theta 2 from the x-axis. And this line is known as ct prime line, not axis. ct prime line. Okay, so this angle is theta 1, this angle is theta 2. Okay, now look at some events. Okay, on this x-axis line, or this x-axis line, all the events occurring at this point, at this point, at this point, and this point, and this point. All the points has CT axis equals to 0. All the events occurring at this line has CT equals to 0 value. Okay, and look at this line, X prime line. All the events which occurring at this line, at this point, at this point, at this point, and other points, all the points have CT prime is equals to 0. And similarly, all the events which occurring at this point, at this point, at this point, at this point, this point, this point, for all the events which occurring at this line, X prime will be 0. As same case for which for these events, this is the same case as these events occurring at this point, occurring at this point, occurring at this point, this point, this point has CT is equals to 0 value. Okay, so now we have two angle theta1 which has slope this, and theta2 this which has an angle theta2, making an angle theta2 with respect to x-axis. Okay, so now move forward. This. So, but this time slope is 1 over beta. No problem. So tan theta2 is 1 over beta. Look at here. Tan theta2 is 1 over beta according to this equation, equation number 7. So tan theta2 is equals to 1 over beta. Okay, and this tan theta2 can be written as cot theta, as beta, because tan theta2 is 1 over beta, so cot theta2 is equals to beta. And what is beta? Look at here. What is beta? Is tan theta1. This tan theta1 is equals to beta. So this. So tan theta2 is 1 over beta, and that's why cot theta2 can be equals to beta, and beta has value tan theta1. So cot theta2 can be written as tan pi by 2 minus theta2. This cot is converted into tan when pi by 2 minus theta. In all angles, in pi by 2 minus theta, this tan is converted to this cot, or this cot is converted into this tan. Okay. So tan pi by 2 minus theta2 is equals to tan theta1, or you can say it as pi by 2 minus theta2 is equals to theta1, and from here you can say that theta2 is equals to pi by 2 minus theta1. This. So the value of theta1 is pi by 2 minus theta2. Pi by 2 minus theta2. So look at here. Look in this figure. This angle is theta1, this angle is theta2, and what about this angle? What about this angle? This, because you know that from here that theta2 is pi by 2 minus theta1. पाई बाय 2 में से अगर आप थीटा1 को सब्ट्रैक्ट करेंगे तो आपको मिलेगा क्या? थीटा2। या फिर आप इस इक्वेशन को देखें कि पाई बाय 2 में से अगर आप थीटा2 को सब्ट्रैक्ट कर दें, पाई बाय 2 में से अगर आप थीटा2 को सब्ट्रैक्ट कर दें तो आपको मिलेगा थीटा1। तो इस इक्वेशन को ध्यान में रखिएगा और अब हम इसको ट्रांसफॉर्म करने जा रहे हैं। पाई बाय 2 में से अगर आप थीटा2 को सब्ट्रैक्ट कर दें तो आपको मिलेगा थीटा1। लुक एट हियर, अगर आप यहां ये पूरा एंगल दिस होल एंगल this whole angle is pi by 2, this whole angle is pi by 2, okay, and you subtract pi by 2 minus theta 2. Look at here. Pi by 2 minus theta 2. You can get theta 1. So subtract pi by 2 minus theta 2. Pi by 2 minus theta 2, you can get this angle, and this angle will be equals to theta 1. So this angle is theta 1 and this angle will be theta 1. Okay, so these are the consequences between the two angles theta 1 and theta 2. Okay, so say this is equation number 8. Okay, now figure A can be reconstructed as, so if we have this x-axis and this is CT axis, this is our S frame, and the coordinate of x prime, the coordinates of x prime can be drawn on the same S frame by these lines. This is x prime line, this is CT prime line, and draw theta 1 here. Let us say that dropping one subscript from theta 1 and let rewrite it as theta only. Okay, so this angle is theta, this angle is theta, this is x prime line, this is CT prime line. That's okay. Okay, now considering a point P at x prime line, this point, and the coordinate of this point as from the S frame is xt. इस पॉइंट के कोऑर्डिनेट अगर आप S फ्रेम से लिखना चाहते हैं तो होगा द डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल्ड एट x एक्सिस, दिस इज इक्वल टू x, एंड द डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल्ड at CT axis, this axis is CT, so the coordinate of this point P as viewed from the S frame is xct. Okay, no problem. Now let us consider an event at point P for which time prime and the t prime, the time in S prime frame is equals to 0. Then what is the value of x prime for this event? एक इवेंट कंसीडर हमने किया जो पॉइंट P पे अकर हो रहा है, और उस पॉइंट P पे वो इवेंट कुछ इस तरह से है कि t प्राइम इज इक्वल्स टू 0, और t प्राइम ये इवेंट कब अकर होता है, ये इवेंट कब अकर होता है, ये इवेंट तब होता है when the origins are crossing to each other, or you can say it as the axes are overlapping to each other. Axes are overlapping to each other. Okay, so let us consider an event at point P for which t prime is equals to 0. T prime is equals to 0. Then what is the value of x prime for this coordinate? And then what is the value of s prime? This for this at this point an event can occur for which t prime is equals to 0. Okay, so using Lorentz transformation, x is equals to x prime plus vt prime over root 1 minus v square over c square. This is the Lorentz relation which relates the coordinates of S frame to the coordinate of S prime frame, and this is the space coordinate. So because the event is occurring at t prime is equals to 0, so put here t prime is equals to 0, then the value of x is equals to x prime over 1 minus beta square, because we consider beta is equals to v by c, so put here beta, so over x prime over root 1 minus beta square. Say this is equation number 9. And we have tan theta is equals to v by c. Tan theta is equals to v by c, as we very earlier discussed about this tan theta is equals to v by c. This tan theta is equals to v by c. So from this figure, as we want to obtain the value of this x prime, this value from origin to this length OP, okay, this line OP. So from figure this can be written as cos theta, because this angle is theta and this is the hypotenuse, this is long, this is base. So cos theta is base over hypotenuse. So cos theta in this triangle, so cos theta is x over OP, and x is equals to OP cos theta on cross multiplying. Okay, and cos theta, what is the value of cos theta? As tan theta is equals to V by C and can be written as beta. This can be written as beta, and using right angle triangle, the Pythagoras theorem, you can say it as tan, because tan theta is equals to beta, so cos theta will be equals to 1 over root 1 plus beta square. So this is equation number 10. Look at equation number 9 and 10. The left hand side is equals to G. Yeah, left hand sides are equals. So right hand side will be equal. Okay. So from these two equations, from equation number 9 and from equation number 10, we can obtain that x prime over 1 minus beta square is equals to OP over 1 plus beta square, and the value of x prime from here is OP over, this is cross multiplication, 1 minus beta square over 1 plus beta square. So this is equation number 11. Okay, so the value of x prime is simply, you can calculate it by this formula, is measure the OP, measure the distance OP multiplied by this factor, and you can get x prime. You can get this x prime, and that's the beauty of Minkowski diagram. That's the beauty of Minkowski diagram, that you can simply, by the geometrical calculations, by this geometrical calculation, you can easily obtain the corresponding coordinates in S prime frame as you know the coordinate in S frame. The same does the Lorentz transformation, but can be done by Minkowski diagram, by this geometrical arrangement. Okay, so simply this formula suggests us this: the value of x prime, the value of x prime is equals to OP into this factor 1 minus beta square over 1 plus beta square root of this quantity, and beta is equal to V by C. You can simply calculate that factor and measure OP, measure only OP, and you can get x prime. Okay, look at here. Although the system or the measurement, you can say it as measurement of the axis of this axis x and this axis ct is same, but it is not equal to the measurement of this axis. The measurement of this x prime axis will be same as the measurement of this ct prime axis. Okay, if you want to calculate this OP, that is this distance, this is the distance at x prime axis, you can simply measure this length OP, this, and multiply this factor, multiplied by this factor, this root 1 minus beta square over 1 plus beta square. Measure this length only, OP, and you can get x prime. The same can be done by the Lorentz transformation, but look at the beauty of Minkowski diagram. Only by the geometrical arrangement you can calculate this length. Okay, if this point is here, so measure this length from origin, this. So that length is multiplied by this factor, and you can get that x prime. And if this point is here, then measure this length, and multiply it by this factor, so you can get another x prime. So this is the beauty of Minkowski diagram. Okay. So this is equation number 11, which suggests us if we want to find any x prime, this. So measure OP by any measurement and multiply it by this factor, and you can get that x prime. And that gives of this geometrical calculation. That is the gift of this geometrical calculation. If I have some point at x prime and I know the coordinate x ct of that point, and also I know that t prime is equal to 0, then we can easily measure the value of x prime. That is in general. ये पॉइंट कहीं भी, ये पॉइंट P, अब ये कहीं भी इस लाइन पे कहीं भी हो, जिसको मैंने x प्राइम लाइन कहा है, इस लाइन को हमने x प्राइम लाइन कहा है, ये अब कहीं भी हो, ये जनरल, अब हम कंडीशन के बारे में बात करें, ये पॉइंट यहाँ इस लाइन पे ये पॉइंट कहीं भी हो, तो हम कैसे मेजर करेंगे? द मेथड suggests us that the value of x prime at any point on x prime line can be measured. So this is the method. Measure the length from the origin to that point multiplied by this factor. This is the journal expression, you can say it. Journal x prime, any point on x prime line can be measured only by this formula. Measure the length from origin to that point and multiply by this factor. Simple. Okay. And similarly, if we have a point on CT prime line, यहाँ कोई हमारे पास ये हमारे पास कोई पॉइंट है, क्यों? जो CT प्राइम लाइन पर है, तो ये डिस्टेंस कितना होगा? CT prime. What is the CT prime for this point? OQ. The same formula, same thing. Okay. So because this line CT prime, on this line CT prime line, x prime will always be 0. X prime will always be 0, as same as at this axis, x-axis, the CT is 0, and at this axis, the x is 0. So similarly, at this axis, x prime, this whole axis, so not axis, is line, CT prime line. On this line, CT prime line, the value of x prime will always be 0. So look at here. So because on the CT prime line, x prime will always be 0, so using Lorentz transformation, and this is Lorentz transformation, which relates the time of frame S to the time coordinate of S prime frame. Okay, this is the relation, and put x prime here. X prime is equal to 0 here. So this relation will becomes, this coordinate, this term will be 0. So t is equal to t prime over root 1 minus v square over c square, multiplied both sides by c. So ct is equal to ct prime over root 1 minus v square over c square. This. And from figure, using this figure, this is a right angle triangle. This angle is theta. This is distance OQ. This is the hypotenuse of this triangle. This is long. This is base. So using this cos theta, is equals to CT over OQ. CT is equals to OQ cos theta. And because tan theta is beta, so cos theta is 1 over root 1 plus beta square by the use of Pythagoras theorem. And also put the value here for OQ. So OQ, so not OQ for cos theta. So OQ over because cos theta has value 1 over root 1 plus beta square. So Ct is equals to OQ over root 1 plus beta square. This. Look at here. And this equation, this Ct is equals to OQ over 1 plus beta square. This is equation number 13. This is equation number 12. And look at the left hand side of these two equations. Equal. So right hand side will be equal. So Ct prime is over root 1 minus beta square is equals to OQ over 1 plus beta square, or Ct prime from this equation, Ct prime is equals to OQ over root 1 minus beta square over 1 plus beta square. This is equation number 14, which is the same result. Which is the same result as we derived here, equation number 11, from equation number 11. If you want to calculate the value of x prime, then measure the length from the origin and multiplied by this factor. And similarly, if you want to measure the time in S prime frame, simply measure the length OQ, this length OQ, and multiply it by the same factor. You can get the line CD prime, or the point at CD prime line. Say this is equation number 14. Okay, so this is the beauty of Minkowski diagram. This is the beauty of Minkowski diagram. The same we can done by the use of Lorentz transformation, but using only this geometrical figure only. This we can derive any x prime and any t prime. Any x prime and any t prime. Okay, so that's all for now, and meet you into the next one. Thank you.